Kapaknan is a huge network of roads once used by the mighty Inca Empire that extends over more than 30,000 kilometers. Kapaknan, otherwise known as the Main Andean Road, which were constructed over more than 2,000 years of pre-Inca Andean evolution.
The eastern route ran high in the Puna grasslands and mountain valleys from Quito, Ecuador to Mendoza and Argentina. The western route followed the coastal plain, not including in coastal deserts where it hugged the foothills. More than 20 routes ran over the western mountains, while others traversed the eastern Cordillera in the mountains and lowlands. Some of these roads reached heights of over 5,000 meters above sea level.
That flourished in the Andes Mountains of South America hundreds of years ago. Before Europeans arrived, the Incan civilization had the largest empire anywhere in the America. At its height, it stretched from the border of present-day Colombia all the way down to Santiago, Chile. Yeah, it was huge. It covered almost 800,000 square kilometers and had more than 10 million people. Incan government was organized sort of like the Roman Empire. The Sapa Incan or Emperor ran the show from the capital city of Cusco in modern-day Peru. Beneath him, the empire was divided into 4 provinces, each with its own territorial government. Like the Romans, the Incas tied their empire together with 1,000 kilometers of roads and bridges. Their language, Quechua, spread through the region. It's still spoken by millions of South Americans today, and remnants of their remarkable stone buildings can still be seen throughout the Andes. Yup, the Incas were amazing architects. Their craftsmen cut building stones so they fit into one another perfectly. In fact, they fit so tightly you couldn't even slide a knife blade between them. During the 14,000s and early 16,000s, the Inca Empire grew and grew. Each Sapa Inca put more land and more people under imperial control. Right, they had a pretty fearsome army, but the Inca rulers preferred to persuade neighboring people into joining them. Well, for one thing, they'd offer them valuable gifts and promises of protection. They also allowed the local leaders' kids to go to school in Cusco and join the Inca nobility. If the local ruler said no, the Inca army would come in and conquer them, and they'd rather die or be made into slaves. So most of them said yes. Actually, there were many benefits to joining the empire. The Incas built vast storehouses for grants, which helped them survive crop failures. Their stores could be distributed across the entire region, which means that no one in the empire had to starve. When the Incas absorbed neighboring tribes, they let the people there share their wealth. In return, the people would have to pay a form of tax called misa. For a few months each year, people were required to work on public projects like roads, buildings, and bridges. Well, for all its power, the Inca Empire came into a quick end in the 16th century. In 1532, Francisco Pizarro arrived on the scene. He was a conquistador or conqueror from Spain. Pizarro had just few hundred soldiers with him, but because they had guns, swords, armor, and horses, they were able to kill thousands of Incas and capture their emperor. By 1572, Inca society had been completely destroyed.
The Incas of Cusco achieved this unique infrastructure on a grand scale in less than a century, extending their vast network across what is now Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru.
The Kapaknan constituted the principal north-south highway of the Inca Empire, traveling 6,000 kilometers along the spine of the Andes. The Kapaknan unified this immense and heterogeneous empire through a well-organized political system of power. It allowed the Inca to control his empire and to send troops as needed from the capital, Cusco.
Transportation. They used the casqui, or runners, for relaying messages throughout the empire, and ilamas and alcas for the transporting of goods.
Trade. Roads, trails, and bridges were essential to the political cohesion of the Inca state and to the redistribution of goods within it. The redistribution of these goods was known as vertical archipelago. This system was the basis of trade throughout the Inca Empire.
Military. These roads provided easy, reliable, and quick routes for the empire's civilian and military communications, personal movements, and logistical support. The prime users were imperial soldiers, porters, and ilama caravans. Along with the nobility of the individuals on official duty, permission was required before others could walk along the roads, and tolls were charged at some bridges. Religious. A high degree of energetic investment was put into the ritual purpose of the road. In Inca society, the mountains were objects of worship. The Incas held many rituals including the sacrifice of children, goods, and ilamas at the tops of the mountains. The only way for the Incas to reach the summits of the mountains for worship was by constructing of the roads.